So we talked about the diplomat, the medical services, the project management, or project engineer aspect of being a Green Beret. Let's talk a minute about the warrior aspect of being a Green Beret. When you put boots to the ground over there and you started to bring all the elements together to accomplish what needed to be done, and you had to actually get on horseback and go out there. First enemy contact, can you describe that for us? What happened and where it was?
Yes, that was, well, for me, it was later on. The first action took place the first day we were there. We called in planes. We called in the airstrike. But what I need to do is go back to, once we landed, we got off the bird. It was a helicopter, Chinook, and made our way to the base camp, and then, they put us up for the night.
Sure.
Well, the next morning, here comes Dostum. Dostum was not depicted as he was in the movie. The movie, he's an asshole.
Yes.
In real life, he was not.
Okay.
In real life, he saw us. He goes.
Thank
I
God.
mean, he met us, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "Are you guys ready to fight?" Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. He rolls out this big map. It's as big as two of these tables. He rolls it out, and you can tell he had done some planning. And he goes, "Well, here's what I'd like to talk about." And it was me, Mark, and the team sergeant. We're all looking at this map with the agency guys with us, and Dostum, and one of the agency guys was a very good interpreter. And he sat there, and we looked at the map, and we went, Mark and I looked at each other and went, "Man, this guy, he's on it."
So it was well done.
He's got a plan. Yeah,
Okay.
he's got a plan. We just need to tweak it a little as we start to roll.
Right.
Because we knew it would change. What we didn't know is how fast we would move.
Okay.
But we moved that day. That day, we sent 6 guys up because we didn't have enough horses, as I said earlier.
Right.
The other 6 stayed back and received some resupply drops that came in because we needed more radios and some more equipment that we couldn't bring in because you couldn't take the weight. You couldn't carry enough weight in the helicopter to get over the mountains.
Oh, because the altitude.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
This is why they come up to me and they go, "Well, you went in. What did you go in with?" I said, "Well, I didn't go in with body armor and a helmet like everybody else." And he went, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Because we couldn't get over the mountains with that weight."
Jeez.
Wow.
So we dropped all that off, which actually ended up building rapport because
You didn't walk in
Fight
looking
like them.
so, yeah.
we were fighting like them. We were just like them.
Couple questions there.
Go ahead.
How do you decide who stays back in the group? Is that like a card game? Like, hey, all right, losers got to stay back.
No, because the team is actually split already into an Alpha and a Bravo element. I command the Bravo element. Mark commands the Alpha element. So a 12-man team breaks into to 2 6-man teams. But we can break down even further. Each of those elements can then break down into 2 3-man. So you can have 4 3-man, which we were the only team to actually do that in combat. We actually broke down into 4 3-man teams to flood the battlefield with our fighters.
Is that just based on specialty?
Well,
the 3-man team?
In a sense, it's based on specialty, but
Necessity.
necessity. But also, we were all cross-trained anyways.
Okay, so you could all do each other's job.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But for me, yes, because I had to still command the 6 guys,
Right.
and Mark had to do the same on his side.
Okay.
So
Dostum, am I saying his name right?
Dostum.
Dostum.
He was basically just waiting for somebody to come help.
Absolutely.
He was ready.
Oh, yeah.
He was absolutely. It was almost like it's about time that you guys got here.
Yes,
type
yes.
thing.
And the intel we got on him was that he had diabetes. He had a bad leg. He walked with an extreme limp. He was old, decrepit. He couldn't move around. All false. All false. This guy comes riding in the morning that we got in there. We got in like, I think we landed like 02:30 in the morning. He comes in around 07:30 or 0800, and he comes riding in, jumps off his horse, greets us with a handshake. Hey, let's roll. Okay. He must be drinking Horse Soldier bourbon.
Did you hate that the movie came out? because you said like a lot of things happen are never going to be heard about. Just like the guy that killed Bin Laden. Obviously, there's Zero Dark 30 was a movie that came out. It always seems like the actual warriors aren't the ones that end up leaking the information. It's other people, and then on the back end, you kind of have to clean it all up. Is that kind of the situation that the horse soldiers are in as well?
Well, it depicted the teams.
So diplomatic.
Yeah. It actually
Hey, give me a nice politically correct answer here. I mean, do whatever you got to do.
Well, it actually depicted the teams the right way. It actually made SF look good, and it showed how the teams actually broke down, or the team itself broke down into small elements. It did show that.
Okay.
And it did show how we worked with the Northern Alliance. It did show that. But it was far off on a lot of things.
Were you scared to watch a movie?
No.
Because of fear of that? Like, I don't want to watch how they depicted this whole thing, like that type of situation?
No, that didn't bother me at all. It was the idea. It was, I guess, yeah. In a sense, I just wanted it to be good and correct. But as a whole, I wanted to make SF look good, Special Forces look good,
Yeah.
And at
make
least they
Green
accomplished
Berets
that.
look good.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we don't
that's
quite
what
have
I
the
want.
portfolio
What-
of movies
what
that they
is-
can sell.
Green Beret.
What did they have
Well,
wrong? What did they do wrong?
Yeah,
Awesome. Or
What
whatever.
did they depict it incorrectly?
or how much in your estimation was accurate and how much was just complete Hollywood bullshit?
Well, one is, like I told you about Dostum. They made Dostum look like an ass. He wasn't. Dostum was ready to fight. We had built a large army, bigger than depicted on the screen. I mean, actually, I think we were all said and done. We had 35 to 4,000
Oh wow!
Fighters.
fighters.
Just from the
it's very
snowball.
impressive.
Yeah.
And in some of the things we did were even more dangerous than it showed. Like, picking up equipment in minefields because we had to have it to move on to the next mission. They never showed that. They talked about minefields, but they really didn't cover it. They
I assume they're everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that the
Everywhere.
worst terrain that you guys served in?
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh yeah.
That was
Mother
pretty bad.
Nature.
It was cold
you
as
know
well,
what I
right?
mean?
It was
Yeah.
cold.
So
It was winter in
It rained. It was cold. It snowed. We had everything fall on us the entire time. I mean, it was brutal.
Because you arrived in October,
Yeah.
We arrived in October. Yeah.
and you left in December, January.
We left K2 in January to go back to the States. Yeah.
Okay, so
I was still
coldest
there
part of the
until
year.
about June.
Okay.
Oh, you were there. Really?
So then you had the 82nd John Petraeus come in. No, the 101st, and he was like, "Turn the war back on."
Yeah.
And so they wanted another battle. Yeah. Hey.
But we never.
Excuse me.
ready
We're
to
gonna
go
turn that
again.
motherfucker back on.
It was. He was on the airfield going, "Are these my men right here?" No, sir. We're good. We'll turn. Yeah, and we'd had Anaconda.
You guys
this
saw
big
Stripes,
battle.
right?
Yeah.
You guys saw Stripes?
Yeah, a long
No,
time
sir.
ago.
Here's your men coming now.